Company Limited. Because now this limited converting NNPCL into a limited liability company means that NNPC is now operating as a private entity with no interference from the government and is not being financed by the government. So meaning that NNPCL objectives have now changed into a profitability and sustainability company. Now, the aim of the aim of PIA also is also to place NNPCL in the international league to compete with international oil companies such as Saudi Aramco, Malaysia's Petronas, and so on and so forth. Another major change the PIA brought is the stripping of NNPCL of its regulatory powers. You know, as at 1977, when NNPC was created, it had the power to regulate the oil industry. But with the advent of the PIA, the NNPCL was stripped of that powers with the creation of two regulatory bodies, that is the NUPRC and NMDPRA. NUPRC is the Nigerian Upstream Petroleum Regulatory Corporation. NMDPRA is the Nigerian Midstream Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority. So now those two bodies now are now responsible for regulating upstream operations and downstream operations, meaning that henceforth NNPC is now subjected to approvals from both regulatory bodies. So you understand. Now, another change brought by this PIA is the fact that NNPC undergone what we know as a overhauling in its management structure. You know, for example, now before, when you talk about the head of NNPC, you hear what we call the GMD, that's the group managing director. But now we have the GCEO, that's the group chief executive. Now NNPC has what we call the NNPC board and the likes too. Then another change is that some subsidiaries came together to form a new subsidiary, while some were created. Now, for example, NPDC, that is the Nigerian Petroleum Development Company, became the NNPC Exploration and Production Limited. You have Integrated Data Services Limited, IDSL, NNPC Oilfield Services, Frontier Exploration Services, all came together to form the NNPC Energy Services Limited, NSAF. So you understand? So now, after passing this PIA in 2021, a lot of all these changes was going on till around July 2022, when NNPC became a full-fledged limited liability company. Meaning that as from that point, the federal government had no direct impact on NNPC. They are not sponsoring the NNPC, they are not funding the NNPC. NNPC is creating its own money, generating its own funds, and remitting profit. Though the federal government of Nigeria still owns NNPC 100%, with Federal Ministry of Finance having 50% and the Federal Ministry of Petroleum Resources also having 50%. So it is owned by the federal government, quite true, but it is a private company. So it's not operating as a government parastatal any longer. Now, as I said earlier, now presently we have around 20 subsidiaries and the RTI, that's Research, Technology and Innovation. Now, basically, NNPC is divided into 5 divisions. That is the upstream, gas and power, new energy, downstream, and non-energy. Now, under upstream, we have NNPC Exploration and Production Limited. We have NNPC Upstream Investment Management Services. We have NNPC Energy Services Limited, and we have NNPC Engineering and Technical Company. That is for the upstream. Now, for gas and power, we have NNPC Gas Infrastructure Company. We have NNPC Gas Marketing Limited. We have NNPC Gas and Power Investment Services. Now, for new energy division, we just have NNPC New Energy Limited. That is all. Now, for downstream, we have NNPC Trading Limited. We have NNPC Retail Limited. Now, NNPC Retail Limited is the one in charge of all these filling stations you are seeing up and down. NNPC filling stations. So now, we have NNPC Shipping Limited. We have NNPC RefChem Limited. Now, NNPC RefChem Limited is now the parent body for all 3 refineries of NNPC. We have Nnpc Downstream Investment Services. We have Nnpc Pipelines and Storage Company Limited. We have National Energy Reserve Management Company. Then for the non-energy, we have Nnpc Non-Energy Investment Services. We have Nnpc Foundation Limited. We have Nnpc Academy. We have Nnpc Properties Limited, Health Maintenance Organization, and Research Technology and Innovation. Now, Nnpc has a vision, and the vision is to be the dynamic global energy company of choice. Nnpc also has a mission, and Nnpc mission is reliably delivering energy while continuously creating value for all stakeholders. Nnpc has its own values, which is integrity, excellence, and sustainability. Nnpc has its mandate of resilience, efficient, and sustainable. As we all know, Nnpc motto is energy for today, energy for tomorrow. So then, part of the recap is we have 3 refineries: the Port Harcourt Refinery, Kaduna Refinery and Petrochemicals, Warri Refinery and Petrochemicals. Now, Port Harcourt Refinery was built in 1965 with initial refining capacity of 60,000 barrels per day. Then in 1985, a new train of 150,000 barrels per day was built, making the total refining capacity of Port Harcourt Refinery to be 210 barrels per day. And as I said earlier, in 2021, Technomont SPA, an Italian company, was awarded a $1.5 billion contract for repair and overhauling of the Port Harcourt Refinery, which we are already seeing the effects today with the operation of, I think it's the old 60,000 barrels per day refinery is in operation presently. That is part of the overhauling operations by Technomont being carried out as we speak. Then Kaduna Refinery and Petrochemicals was built and commissioned in 1976 with an initial 50,000 barrels per day. Then in 1983, another 50 barrels per day train was also built. Then in 1986, the first 50,000 barrels Okay, Port Harcourt Refinery has the capacity to generate 16 megawatts of electricity with 480 tons per hour of steam, while Kaduna Refinery has the power to generate 56 megawatts of electricity and 600 tons per hour of steam, while Warri Refinery has the capacity to generate 125 megawatts of electricity with 550 45 tons per hour of steam. So I don't know if that has answered your question.
Yes, thank you.
Yes,
I've got
thank you.
that.
I've got that.
Sorry, please. I would
Sorry,
like
please.
to
I would like
ask
to ask
the
the
electricity
electricity
generated in which
generated in
refinery
which
is it for the
refinery? Is it for
operations
the
for
operations
the
for the
refinery, or is
refinery,
it still
or
being
is it still being
distributed to
distributed
the
to
national
the
grid?
national grid? Basically, whatever the refinery is producing, it it is using. Let me put it that way. I don't know if I've answered your question.
Yes, that's
Yes,
answered
that's
it.
answered it.
Thank you.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Sorry, can you
Sorry,
repeat the
can you
answer
repeat the
again?
answer again? Huh? Hello?
Can you repeat the
Can you
answer you
repeat the
gave
answer
me,
you
please?
gave me, please? Okay, now what I'm saying is whatever the refinery is generating in electricity is what it is using. So maybe even if there is small remaining, probably it might share to the neighboring communities, but it's not transferring anything to the national grid. Now we have Nnpc Gas and Power Investment Services. Now this is a subsidiary of Nnpc that is tasked with building power plants. Presently we have the Gwagwalada power plant that is being built presently. We have the Meduguri emergency power plant or something like that in Borno, and I think there's another one in Kaduna also. So these are power plants built by Nnpc that are transferring electricity to the national grid to aid President Bola Ahmed Tinubu 5,000 megawatt dream. You understand? Now that is a different case, but for these refineries, whatever they are generating is what they are using. So even if there is small remaining, maybe they share to the neighboring communities. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying.
Okay, all right.
Okay, all
Thank
right.
you.
Thank you. You're welcome. Any other questions? Keep it coming.
Sir, please.
Sir, please.
You were talking about
We're talking
websites
about the
where we can
website
get
where we can get
information. So please,
information.
can you
So
come
can
again
you come
and
again?
let
The website. I said you can get it on the
oh,
you can get it on BPE's website.
Yeah, Mr.
okay, thank you.
Salaudin, you're going to send me the link,
Yeah,
right?
just allow. You're going to send me the link, right?
So
Yeah, I'll send you the
I'll
link. You
drop
know
it on the
what?
group.
Let me just
I'll
send
drop
you.
it on the group.
Let me.
It's on the group. Yusuf, can you hear me?
Sister, can you hear me?
Yes,
Yes,
I'm on
I'm
the
on the
group.
All
group.
right, don't worry. I'll definitely drop
Where
it
I
on
will
the group,
drop it on the
right?
group,
Maybe after the
right?
class.
Maybe after the class. I've dropped
Okay,
that of
thank you.
Port Refinery for you. Let me see if I can get um that of Warri and Kaduna too.
Okay,
All
I'll
right,
be
sir.
sent.
Thank
All
you.
right, sir. Thank you.
Mr. Salaudin, are you
Sister,
connected
Salaudin,
with
are
two
you connected
phones?
with two phones? No, 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 just one. Oh, you are seeing another Salaudin? Huh?
No, no,
No, no,
no.
no, no. Ah, maybe another person don't dey bear my son name here.
I think it's
I
because
think it's
voices
because
are
voices
echoing.
are echoing. Huh?
Yeah, it's
Yeah, it's
echoing. I guess
echoing. I guess
technical
technical
issue.
issues. Hello, can you hear me? Is it still echoing?
Your own voice is
Your
not
own
echoing,
voice is
but
not
when
echoing,
anyone
but
tries
when
to
anyone
speak,
tries
it's
to speak,
echoing.
it's echoing.
My outside, yeah, sure.
Outside, yeah, sure. Okay, my voice is not echoing, right?
Oh, are you on speaker?
Oh, are you on speaker? No, no, no. I'm using earpiece.
Earpiece, right?
Earpiece, right?
I
Oh,
just
it's
go
my
I
ahead.
just
phone.
go ahead.
That's
That's my
why.
phone.
Yusuf,
That's
please mute
why.
your
You
mind.
so please mute your mind. So, Mr. Noah, I've sent you all the BPE links to all the three refineries. So we can share it. There are more informations. All I did here is just summarize. You have some of the products that is being produced in each of these refineries, such as LPG. That reminds me. Um, Someone was asking a question the other time. I was expecting we should ask the same question here today. Please, can you all hear me?
Yes, sure.
Yes, please.
Now, when you check anything exploration, they will tell you exploration and production of crude oil and gas. Hello.
Okay. Yeah, we too.
Uh-huh. Okay. Now they will tell you exploration and production of crude oil and gas. Now someone was now asking that, okay, the gas, so is it what they are getting from the refinery, or how are they getting the gas? Now another question is, if you look at what we are using to cook, if you go to filling station where you want to buy gas, the lady we have amongst us that is an experienced hire, and she can bear me witness with this. For everyone that has done interviews over time, one thing I've noticed is there are two ways interview can actually turn out. One is you that they are interviewing will handle the flow of your interview. Two is the interviewer himself or the panel will determine how your interview will go. But in the first instance, every interview, the person they are interviewing, they give him a blank check. Now, that blank check, you sell yourself to the panel. Now, in the process of selling yourself to the panel, will now determine the next question they will ask. That is basically how interviews usually works. So when they ask you, tell us about yourself. Now, in an event where they don't ask you, tell us about yourself, and they just go straight to a question, definitely the panel wants to handle how your questioning will go. But if they want to give you that opportunity, they ask you, tell us about yourself. Now, in the process of telling them about yourself, you need to sell yourself. Now, whatever you tell them will determine the next question and how your interviews will go. Now, if your introduction is not that sufficient according to them, then they might start asking you questions based on what is on your CV or based on what you've put forth on your CV. So the thing is, you cannot actually predict a question they might ask you or a question they might not. Sure, you understand? But the best bet is whatever you've interviewed you've said during your introduction or whatever you've put forth in your CV. Sure, you understand? So that is how interviews usually work. So my own advice is whatever we've said this night, just have it at the back of your mind. Should in case, learn it and just walk through it. Don't cram anything. Just do something like a revision to just understand what is going on. Sure, you understand? So with that, then how you do your interviews would God will help us out. Let me put it that way. I don't know if I've answered your question.
You did. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Lord Impela.
Yeah, good evening, everyone. So sorry to digress from the matter. I wanted you to, if you want, to give us a short explanation on how crude oil is converted to petrol. Like, I know we can actually read it up or something, but might be so much technical, especially for some of us that are not really from engineering background also. Just a short explanation so that in case I
Sorry,
ask, we can
please.
just.
Me, I want to ask how are you sure I will even know how crude oil is being converted to petrol at the likes?
I think YouTube is there. YouTube is there. That should be the right answer to that question, Mr. Salahuddin.
Okay.
YouTube is there.
Yeah, YouTube is there, but like I was just surprised. Like, what gave him the impression that I would actually know how crude oil is being converted? Lord
You were
Impela.
telling, you were
As per
explaining to
Mr.
us
Lemon.
on the springs and the distillation columns and so on. So I felt like, you probably know what I'm
He's a
asking.
scholar
But no
already.
problem, I'll just pick it up. Just want to
Okay,
explain a little.
okay. Let me just do something brief. You understand? Let me just do something brief. Basically, after they've done the exploration and whatever they are doing, she understand. Then crude is taken to a refinery. Now, what a refinery does is breaking down of hydro. Oh, we all know that crude oil is hydrocarbon. You know that is our carbon and hydrogen chain. Blah 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 blah. You understand? For those that did chemical engineering, chemistry, and the likes, you understand our organic chemistry and some other things like that. So basically, crude oil is hydrocarbon. So what happens in the refinery is breaking down these hydrocarbons into different subset of that hydrocarbon. So you understand? So now, one of the major thing we have in the refinery is what we call crude distillation unit, or some people will say, if you check Google, they will tell you crude distillation tower. You understand? So basically, how this thing works is it separates products of crude oil with its boiling point. So it is the separation technique is by temperature. So you understand? So I'm just trying to break it down to a layman's term where everybody can pick this. So now, basically, they heat up the crude oil, then they pass it into the crude distillation tower or crude distillation unit. Then in the same way too, the temperature is also increasing. You understand? Now the lower temperature, the product with lower temperature goes down. Now the product with higher temperature goes up. I said something the other time. I said you find LPG at the topmost of the tower because it has a very 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 high boiling point. Sure, you understand? So then you have the LPG, you have the kerosene, you have naphtha. Now naphtha is what is now broken down again to get your petrol. Sure, you understand? Kerosene, now you have the normal kerosene, and you can further process it to get what we know as jet fuel, which aircraft uses. Now you have the heavy gas oil, you have the light gas oil, and so now the heavy gas oil and the light can also be further processed again to where we get our diesel and the likes like that. So you understand? So these are just how petrol is being broken down. Though there are different units in the refinery that does all this process apart from the crude distillation unit. Because in the refinery you have what we have as the crude distillation unit. We have the fluid catalytic cracker, the FCCs. You have the motor spirit block. You have the um, which one is there again? I'm trying to remember some things. Mild hydrocracking unit where you convert diesel and some other things like that and so on and so forth. So basically that's just like a summary of how the distillation works. But if you go to YouTube, you can see the animation. I would advise when you're watching YouTube, watch the animated version. You will understand better than the human version where they do because when they're explaining it that way, it is more technical. But when you watch the animated version, it's somehow they break it down that it's so simple for people to understand. So I don't know if I've answered your question, Lord Impela.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you very much, sir.
Next
Fadlullah.
person.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Lauti.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, my question is during registration they asked for our work experience. I filled in some. I did them actually, but to defend it because my field is not in that area. I just had to do them during some school holiday period like that. And I feel like in my new CV that I'll be submitting, I should better remove it because I don't want something whereby they will ask me a deep question and I won't be able to manufacture an answer at that point. So my point of contention is if I remove that in my on my hard copy CV, I don't know if they will access my electronic my details on their data in their database. Would it not conflict or would they not ask me why is this not on my CV?
Okay. Please do not quote me because I am not an NNPC staff, or I'm not a NNPC staff. Rather, do not quote me anywhere. This is just an advice, so you can either take it or give it. Now, one thing is common is whatever
I
thing
think
you've put.
I think the best thing is to leave it there. Is it recent? What?
It is I think 2022.
Is it very recent?
Yeah, one is 2022 and one is 2023. Although that of
If it's
I'm
very
still
very
actually
recent,
aware.
you have
Recent.
to leave it. You have to leave it.
If it is very
You have to
very
leave it.
recent, leave it.
You
But
have to
if it
leave
is
it.
far away,
Then
you can
you
do
still
away
have
with
hope.
it.
You can just try to convince them that you try to put the relevant experience in your CV. Get that logic, right? But if it's very very recent, you have to leave it.
2022.
It's still recent. Okay. How many work experience do you have after that?
I think I have like
You see up to three.
three,
If it's up to
three,
three,
four.
then three, right?
Yeah, three, four.
So that's better. Huh?
Can I just scrap that out in the physical CV?
What is it?
I mean, can I just crack that phone? I know I cannot defend very well. Can I just remove it from the CV?
To me, for me rather, me personally, my own conviction is from all the interviews I've attended, most of the documents we submit online are usually just to grade us and see if we meet the requirement to pass for examinations and all those things like that. But when you are coming for interviews, basically they interview you based on what is on your CV. The only time they check what you put online has to do with certificates. In a case whereby they tell you to upload WAEC certificate, you cannot upload one WAEC certificate and bring another WAEC certificate for interview. You cannot tell them you have a master's degree online, and when they are telling you to come for interview, you are only bringing bachelor's degree, telling them master's is in view. I don't know if you understand. You
Yes.
cannot tell them you have first class when you are applying. Then when you get to interview, they are seeing your certificate is reading 2-1. Those are like the dangerous aspects that I think they usually focus more on. But when it comes to work experience, they do that basically just to check, are you a good fit for the company? Now the thing is, if you are going to be changing work experience, you need to be technical about it. You understand? Let's say for instance, in my online application, I was putting that, okay, I've worked in Nnpc so and so in internship. I've worked in Kaduna refinery as an intern. I've worked in Total and so as intern. I've worked in this as an intern, worked in that. Okay, presently I'm working in Chevron. You understand? In online. Then when it now gets to interview, I'm not removing all these things and telling them I was teaching in Umukoro Dafe Senior High School as a physics teacher. I once worked as a laboratory assistant in one university like that. Those are two completely different things. If you are removing something from your CV, maybe something that is far away, maybe during an internship that you think you cannot remember some of those things again, you can still do that. But anything that has to do with a recent experience, that is one of the things you are using to sell yourself.
That's
So
the
I see
major
no.
thing. That's why I said it's very, very recent. It must
So
be
if it
there.
is very, very recent, it is advisable you leave it. Just go and prepare yourself on those things. Read more. You
Okay.
understand?
All right.
So I don't know if that has answered your question.
Yeah. And the second question is, if I have a skill that I'm here to complete the training on, although it's about maybe about 90% to be completed, can I claim it that I possess those skills if I can
Please,
Yeah,
differentiate?
yeah.
please, to be on the safe side, if you've not been certified for those training, because one thing I know about oil and gas has to do more with certification. If I have a training, okay, let me give you an example. Unlike tech, unlike tech, I can be trained in Python and I can tell you I have skills in Python. Does not necessarily mean I need certifications for Python or MATLAB and some other things. But when it comes to oil and gas, there are some certifications you need. You cannot tell me you have a skill in project management and you are not certified. You don't have any certification to prove that you've gone through project management training. It does not go hand in hand. You cannot tell me you have a skill in safety and you don't have a certificate to back it up that you've undergone training as a safety person.
What do you
I
have
don't know
in
if you
view?
understand what I'm trying to say. So
Is in view.
it depends on the skill. There's a difference between project management in view on your CV and claiming you have that thing. So
I
please,
think it's
let's
not.
be.
I think it's not claiming. Am I correct? What do you
What did you say?
Are you trying to claim that you've completed the
I
what's
mean,
called that?
the
Yeah,
skills are good
at
skills.
least
I
it's
know a
progress,
lot,
right?
yet to have the certificate from the training
What skill is
center.
that?
Data analytics, data science and analytics.
That is a tech course now. You can claim anything you want about it.
Exactly. That's what I'm
Okay,
trying to say.
actually, I know about it very well, but I don't have the certificate yet.
See, one thing about tech is you don't necessarily need to have certification in as much as you have a skill in it.
Okay, thank you.
But what the reason I'm only digressing into oil and gas is if it is a certification or a skill that is very closely related to oil and gas, please you need certificate to back it up. That is what I'm just saying. Maybe like health and safety, project management, and the likes.
All right.
But if it's something that has to do with tech, like data analysis, data science, you can claim it because you don't necessarily need certification. It's just about what can you do.
All
So I
right.
don't know if
Thank
that
you.
has answered your question.
Next person.
Yeah. Well answered.
All right. Chiamaka, Miss Chiamaka, are you online?
Yes, I'm online. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Yeah, thank you for the class. I want to ask, are we coming with the original certificate and certification?
Are you
You
doing
have
what?
to, the,
Are we
the
coming with the
original
original?
certificate. You have to see the
Well,
original
most
too.
Yes,
most likely,
the
most likely,
certificate and all that no are mentioning.
yeah. If you are asked to bring any certificate, most likely you take your original and bring photocopy. They collect photocopy from you, then they confirm your
Return,
original too.
then
They return the original. That's all.
return the original. Yeah. Is that clear?
Okay, yeah. That secondly, I want to ask, is it wise to put in something that is not related to your course? You know, we are in Nigeria and most times after studying some course, we find out that you'll be doing something else after 6 months. So do you
Please
think
come
it's
again. I
wise?
can't get you clearly.
Okay, I am asking if it's wise to put in a work experience that is not related to what you studied in school.
Okay.
Yes, someone asked in the comment section that she studied microbiology, but she works in the bank. Now, in your work
Okay.
experience in this job, is it wise to put in that you are working with the bank? You know, yeah, I don't know if you can hear me. Did you get me?
So Salaudin, you are muted. I tried to mute him. The your voice was
Okay.
echoing. All right.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, sure.
I'm asking: is the person an experienced hire or a graduate trainee?
A graduate trainee.
Now, for every graduate trainee role, it is assumed you don't have a work experience. Shall you understand? So, if you have any experience at all, please put it. Whether it's relating to the industry, is not relating to the industry. Basically, what you are telling them is, I have an experience working in a team. I have an experience working with people. You understand? I have had social experience. Maybe in a team you are leading people. You have leadership experience. Those are some of the qualities you possess. So you understand? So it's not necessary you have to have experience that has to relate with the industry. Okay, let me give you an example. Someone that want to work with Nnpc that studied engineering, quite all right. We know engineering is needed in Nnpc, but at the same time, everything he has been doing is not necessarily directly related to oil and gas. That does not mean he does not have an experience. He has. Probably what the experience he has might not be relating to oil and gas, but at least he has some experience. And one thing is, graduate training, no matter what you do, they will definitely train you again. That is why they call you the graduate training. That is why you're not coming an experienced hire. Experienced hires now, they require you to have necessary experience relating to that industry. But for graduate trainees, you don't. So even if you have experience as a teacher or working in bank or working in other sectors, please put it. Definitely, they know they will retrain you. So that is that about that. I don't know if I've answered your question.
Yes, you have. Thank you very much.
You're welcome, ma'am. Um, the next person, Aura Smith.
I did again.
Good evening, ma'am.
But it,
So Salaudin, you can try to mute. I think it's from your end. Good, thank you. All right, you can go ahead. All right.
oh, okay. So you made mention of the trajectory that NNPC went through. Like you said, they started from agriculture, right? From agriculture, they transited to oil and gas. And currently, now what we like is like we talked about their motto. or energy for today, energy for tomorrow. I think that right now what they're doing is energy, right? So I want you to explain, are they still dealing in oil and gas? Because if they transited from agriculture to oil and gas, they're no longer doing agriculture, and now they're going to transit to energy. Are they going to stop doing oil and gas as well? And then I also want you to also explain the petroleum products. The oil, let's talk about what's their products? What do they sell? What do they sell at oil and gas?
Okay, thank you very much. Please let me correct something. NNPC was not involved in agriculture. What I was saying is the Nigerian economy, which was reliant on agriculture, then switched to oil and gas after we discovered oil in Oloibiri. You understand? That was around 1970s. It was the Nigerian economy that was reliant on agriculture that switched to oil and gas. That is one. Two is oil and gas itself is an energy industry. So the fact that NNPC is using energy for today, energy for tomorrow, does not necessarily mean it is leaving oil and gas. Oil and gas itself has to do with energy. It's energy on its own. Because this, if NEPA bring light, now everybody go shout up NEPA. But how we generate that electricity, or how electricity is being produced, has to do with a lot of energy. If you are talking of thermal power, we are talking of hydraulic power. Hydraulic power has to do with the dams. Thermal power has to do with burning of natural gas or burning of diesel and some other things like that. So it's energy. Oil and gas too is energy. But now, when NNPC is talking of energy for tomorrow, they are talking of diversifying into maybe renewable energy like hydrogen, solar power, and the likes like that. Sure, you understand. So please, what was your next question before I move further?
Oh, sorry, I think I missed that part about the agriculture thing. I'm so sorry about the misunderstanding. And I was asking for the products. What do they sell?
Okay. Basically, NNPC sells crude. That is one. Two is after refining crude. You understand? The byproducts of crude are many. One of the byproducts from the refineries we've said, I think that was Warri refinery. I think polypropylene is a byproduct of crude. That's for petrochemicals. We have carbon black, we have jet fuel, we have kerosene, we have diesel, we have LPG, we have petrol, which is diesel is automotive gas or AGO, petrol is PMS, premium motor spirit, and natural gas too. So these are examples of products gotten from this thing, from crude oil and the likes. I don't know if I've answered your question, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you. I'll just get the products from you personally. I think you were so fast, so I couldn't write them down. Thank you.
Okay, no problem. But I can come again if you want.
Okay, that's fine.
I said upstream, you get crude oil and natural gas for upstream. Now, for after this thing, there is the maintenance. I say maintenance. Sorry, downstream. Now, the downstream is where the crude is being refined. Now, after they refine the crude, you have products like LPG,
Okay.
petrol,
Uh-huh.
diesel, kerosene, jet fuel, and so on and so forth.
All right, thanks.
You're welcome. Is there any other question before I move to the next person?
No, that's all from me. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. Mr. Adenusi Emmanuel. Mr. Adenusi Emmanuel. Mr. Adenusi Emmanuel, are you online?
Next person.
Okay. Festus. Mr. Festus, are you online?
Yes, I am, sir.
Okay, please, your question, sir.
Thank you so much for the opportunity. Yes, my question is leadership.
Please come again.
I said I would love to ask: is leadership a skill? Leadership.
Yes, definitely, definitely. Leadership is a skill.
Okay. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
You're welcome. Mr. Abubakar Hamisu.
Please, I don't have question. I just want to say something. There are some questions that we are using Google. Sorry, apologies to Saladin and Noah.
No
You
problem,
see,
sir.
some of these questions are dealing from data questions. So some questions that we know that we can easily Google. Let's suspend it.
Okay, thank you for that, sir. So please, any other question? Mr.
Yeah, I have
Shedrack.
question.
Okay, Mr. Adenusi.
Yes.
Okay, please, your question, sir.
So, good evening, everybody.
Salaudin, you can mute now.
Uh,
Okay, good. Thank you.
Mr. Saladin, good evening as well. My question is very simple and direct. It's concerning the what's called the engineering part. Like actually, I study mechanical engineering, right? And so I want a specific answer to what kind of questions I'm likely to come across. Just like in my interview, actually, I've worked at what's it called? I worked at Meccano. I currently work in Meccano. Sorry, don't let me say I worked at. I currently work in Meccano at the moment, and I actually applied for GT as well, graduate training. So my question is, um, aside from what is in my CV, are they going to be asking me questions like define this, what is physics, all those kind of what's it called, discipline related questions, like all those,
Nobody
you know,
knows. Nobody knows.
you know what I'm trying to say? All those define thermodynamics, solve for this and that and that. We will then likely ask me that kind of question, so I know where to prepare, where to channel my energy to. And I think that's my question.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. The thing is, nobody knows what kind of questions they will ask you, but it is
Exactly.
advisable. It is advisable you prepare some of these course-related questions like laws of thermodynamics, laws of motion, enthalpy, entropy, and the likes. These are some things that are closely related to oil and gas, like thermodynamics, entropy, enthalpy, um, motions, and all those things like that. So you can actually prepare in that aspect, but does not really mean they will ask you questions from that aspect. They might not. So you understand? Nobody knows. So it's better to prepare. I don't know, Mr. Adenus, if you are interested, just for the benefit of everybody, can we do like a mock interview for you, maybe for the next 2 to 3 minutes, so that everybody can learn one or two things?
Okay, no problem, sir.
Mr. Noah, please, can we go ahead?
Yeah.
All right. Mr. Adenusi,
Okay,
please, are you with me?
yes, I'm with you. Okay, no
So
worries.
please, can you tell me about yourself?
Okay, thank you very much for the question. My name is Ademus Abedin Manuel. I graduated from Federal University of Ekiti with a 2-1.
Federal University of what?
Oyo Ekiti,
Okay.
Ekiti State. So, I graduated with 2-1 in mechanical engineering. I think that's that. So, I had my internship at Lafarge in Ogun State, where I work with some engineers with the overhauling, maintenance, and what's called the alternative fuel department as well. So I think I had little experience with turbine engine and sorry, turbo machineries, not turbine engine, sorry, turbo machineries, and I also
I didn't see you. You're muted.
Mr. Adenusi, we can't hear you. You're muted. Mr. Emmanuel, you're muted, sir.
Hello, are you there? Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you.
I think I'm having this network issue. Like my network reception here is, I don't know.
We can hear you now.
Okay.
He's muted again.
Hello, Mr. Emmanuel, you are muted again.
Hello, can you hear me now, guys?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, thank you. So I stopped. I think should I just start again? I
No,
can't
no, no.
hear
Please
you.
continue. Please continue. We don't have time. Please continue.
Okay. So I had my intern at Lafarge, where I worked as senior mechanic engineer. So I think I have a little experience with turbo machineries there. I think after there, I had little experience as well as a machinist at Mercury Mill, Otta, where I actually where we deal with extrusion and of what's called poly products. So I think after the, I think presently I work at Meccano International, where we troubleshoot, we test run, and then we assemble power engines. Basically, all these yoke 50 kb, 100 kb, 200 kb, and the like of it. So I think that is that for now.
So I have one question for you. Based on the experience you've had so far, like what do you think you can actually offer us based on your experience? You've mentioned
So
quite number of experience, at least with the skills that you have. So what do you think you can actually offer us in our company?
okay, so
Yeah, me test. Oops. So Salaudin.
Hello, Mr. Adenusi, you are muted. Mr. Emmanuel, you are muted.
Okay. What else do we have to do, Mr. Salaudin? Any other thing?
Basically, just people asking questions. Then after that, we move on. Then we leave everybody to go and prepare. Then we pray God help us all. Safe journey to Abuja
So guys,
and the likes.
I think this is our final session, right?
Please, we still have some people's hand up. Ajiboye and Oluwapo.
Okay. Thanks for supporting. I think I would like to point out the last
hello, are you
session.
guys
Mr.
there? Can you hear
Salaudin,
me now?
we can hear you, sir.
When he was talking about himself, he was always repeating, I think I
I
have this
think, I think,
experience,
I
I
think,
think.
I
You should
think, I
stop
think.
that though.
Yeah, I
There's
know.
no point you telling them I think. Are you not sure of what you did?
Yeah, exactly. I noticed that too.
So you should please work on that.
Okay, are you guys there? Hello.
Yes, we can hear you. We can hear you.
Okay. Sorry, my network is bad, whatever. Honestly, I have to switch to my MTN.
Okay.
Okay. So, Mr. Anwar, you asked a question. Can you please repeat the question? Sorry.
Yes, I said basically, based on your experience and based on the skills you've mentioned so far from your work experience, like what do you think you can actually offer us in our company? Like, you
Okay,
get.
thank you very much.
Yep.
So, like I said, I'm a goal-oriented research mechanic engineering graduate. So, I'm actually seeking challenging, rewarding position where I can actually utilize my technical skills and knowledge to contribute to the growth and success of your dynamic engineering team, and also to upgrade my skill as well to better fit for future use. I have technical skill in what's it called in I think I'm.
All right, thank you. Mr. Adenusi, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
You told us you have experience in maintenance. Please tell us the kind of maintenance we have.
We
Mr.
have type
Salahuddin,
of maintenance.
don't let us
We have
stress Mr.
proactive
Emmanuel.
maintenance, and we have proactive maintenance, and we have reactive maintenance. Yes, I think that's it.
You've really tried,
Those are
sir.
the
Thank you very much, sir. So, Mr. Salahuddin, we have to notify him. So, Mr. Adenusi, you notice that while trying to communicate, you kept saying, I think, please take note of that. All right, you need to be sure of your work experience and this just go straight to the point.
okay. Okay.
You get that, sir?
Sorry.
Instead of using the word I think, you can just try to reply
Okay.
more like 10
Mr.
seconds
Emmanuel,
and then proceed.
Sharp.
can I give you maybe a bit of intro from everything you said now? If I were you, I'm just saying. I'm not saying I'm you, but if I were you, I can start with good day. I am Adenusi Emmanuel, a graduate of Fuoye Ekiti with a degree in mechanical engineering. I have over 2 years working experience as a mechanical maintenance engineer. I've worked in I think you said Lafarge. Then you can mention Meccano. You mention some of your skills, your goals, and everything. Then you end it. That is just me, by the way. But you see, when you keep repeating, I think, it shows you are not sure of yourself.
Yeah, exactly. That's a turn off on its own.
So,
Please
number
take
one,
note,
that
sir.
is a turn off. So please take note. Then when
So
you
instead of
start
using,
off,
sorry. So instead of using I think, I would just be like, I
I did,
okay,
I did this,
okay.
I did that, I had
I have.
this.
Let me give you an example. Let me give a prop. Now this is someone else. I'm just assuming the role of someone else. So you understand? My name is Timbeto Ayomide. I have over 10 years. I have over a decade experience as a pilot, nearing over 12,000 hours of flight. So you understand? 12 hours of flight. I have interpreted with different kind of engines, Rolls-Royce engines, and the likes. I've flown for the military and also presently flying for commercial commercial entities. So you understand now? The way I'm talking now, I'm sure of my experience. I know what I'm saying. I'm feeling what I'm saying. But good day. I think I've worked with. I think. You understand? It shows that self confidence is not there. You know, it's as if you are doubting yourself even before they are doubting you.
Yeah.
She
Thank you.
you understand? So that
Yes.
is that about that. So the
Well,
next.
okay. Okay.
Do you have anything you want to add?
No, nothing actually. Just that, to be honest, I'm not really prepared. Like, I wasn't really prepared for
Yeah,
the test. So,
Mr. Emmanuel,
yeah.
can you hear me, sir? Can you hear me, sir? Can anyone hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, sir.
Okay, so you can try to go through the live class session that we did last week. So I try my possible best to in the case if you don't know what to say at all, or you don't know how to start, or you don't know how to present yourself, at least I think I was able to present that in my previous video that I uploaded on my YouTube. So I don't know, do you have my YouTube channel? Mr. Emmanuel, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear. Yes, I have your YouTube channel.
Okay, have you seen the last video that was uploaded? I think that was last week.
No, I've not. I think I downloaded
Please,
the part one and the part two, I guess, but I've not
for
really
last week, for last week on, right?
Was it the one you were explaining about using chat GPT or something like that?
Yes, definitely.
Yes,
Yeah.
I downloaded it, but I'm yet to go through the video because I
Please try and go through it and then formulate some things from it based on your work experience. So at least you have a clear picture on how to present yourself clearly. Exactly, sir.
okay. Thank you.
So
All right, thank
if you
you.
don't have my YouTube channel, just search for Nualimatics, or probably I'll try to drop the link now. I'll drop it here, then at the same time I'll drop it on the group, so you
Okay,
have
thank you very much.
direct access to it. So you can try because I try my possible best to to give a very clear explanation on how to go about this interview processing of a thing. Get so just try your possible best to create your own content, and you know what to do from there. So I think that's basically all. So Mr. Salahuddin, do you still want to
We
take more
still
questions?
I don't know. We still have Victor,
Um,
Festus, Okewande, and
let's
Arafat.
Mr. Salahuddin, let's do it this way. This is already 11:43. So what if we try to inform them about the plan that we have on ground, like trying to group everyone. Remember, I think that was what we discussed.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
So you can try to inform them. So I'll pick it up from there.
Okay, just take over. Take over.
Okay, so guys, the plan is to create a lot of groups, probably a group of 10, and each groups is going to have let's say five participants. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create 10 different groups. I repeat, 10 different groups. So each groups, let's say we have five. Because if you have more than five, I don't think you'll be serious with that. So let's say we have five participants in a group. Then I'm going to create a Google Meet link for my calendar. And I'm going to assign that link to each groups. Like each group are going to have their own Google Meet link. So probably I can try to create 3 links for each groups, just like the way we join link for 8 to 9 p.m., 9 to 10. So I'm going to create 3 different links for a particular group. So how will you join the group? It's very simple. So if you're on the group, whether you're on my group 1 or probably you're on group 2, I'm going to share a particular poll vote. So once you click on any group, just take that as your own group. Once the group gets filled up, let's say if you notice that a particular group has been voted like 5 times, then you don't need to click on it again. And if you mistakenly click on it, try to go for another group. All right, so I'm going to create 10 for now. I'm going to create 10 different poll votes. All right, so that means we are going to have up to 50 participants. So if I notice that we still have more people to join, then probably I'll add more. But for now, I'm going to create 10 different groups and I'm going to assign different links. So I'm going to do that tomorrow because we don't have after next week. I'm not sure that we have enough time again. All right. So once I generate the link, I'm going to assign it to each groups. So please take note. If you notice that a particular group has been filled up with 5 participants, you need to unselect that particular group and select the other one that is free. Okay. So then what are you going to do? What do you want to do? Probably, okay, once you've already know your group members. So now it's left to you guys. Probably I'll try my possible best to just inspect. I can try to join and see what you guys are doing. Mr. Salahuddin can also assist just to take the lead. So, but one thing is, once I've been able to create that group, the only thing you guys have to do is to create a mock. Just try to um, do a mock interview. That's just it. All right. So you are still going to fix the same time. Probably, I don't know. It depends on your discussion. I don't know. But the main discussion will be on the groups. I don't know the time. The time you are going to fix. Probably you can leave it same time. You can do it same time. I think we still have like how many Sundays do we have before January 14? Let me check. Let me check my calendar. So I want to check how many Sundays we have before January 14.
Just
Do we
two.
still have like
Just
just two,
two.
right?
Yeah.
Just two. So what if we try to fix Saturday, Sunday? If it's okay by you guys, Saturday, Sunday. Let me try to admit this person in. So what if we try to fix Saturday, Sunday? So we have like 4 different sessions together to practice with, right? So if you are going to do Saturday, Sunday, we are going to fix the same time, all right? So I can make it early, 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. The reason why I make it 8:30 is because I need to pray before coming for the class, all right? So I pray around to 8, sometimes 8, right? So let's still maintain that 8:30. Please take notes, 8:30 for each group. So just 8:30, you have 3 links to play with. Even though if you can use 2 hours, no problem. If you want to use 3 hours, just like we did now, it's actually based on whatever you guys discuss in your group. Okay. So, but it's not that there's another WhatsApp group entirely. No, you already know the people in your group, so you guys can chat in your DM and you get to just know that Saturday you are coming. Just click on your own link. Click on your own link that has been assigned to your group. okay, then you guys can discuss. Is that clear to everyone? I hope I'm clear enough now. So it's
Sure,
not
sir.
that by next week now you'll be looking for no up and down. I won't be available. So the only thing I'm going to do now is I've been able to record this session. At least I was unable to record the beginning, but at least I have up to 1 hour 21 minutes. So I'm going to upload this video on YouTube latest tomorrow night. Let's say tomorrow. Yeah, I'll try to upload it. So if you know you want to go through it again, you can try to click on the link and then download or watch through. So I think that is the only update I have for you guys. So guys, we don't have any other general. These are our last virtual session together. If I made myself clear. So any other thing we want to do from here is going to be based on group. All right? Is that clear, guys?
Transportation, please.
Yeah, I was
Okay,
about to
yeah,
say the same thing too.
yeah,
We have not
yeah. That,
discussed
that
about the transportation.
yeah. So that reminds me. So I'm going to drop another vote on that. Though I've done that last week. Was it 2 week? I think it was last week. So I tried to drop another. I dropped some questions. If you want to move with some people in your location, try to identify. I think some people identified, and I already have their list. So people that are in Abuja that are willing to help based on accommodation, I think 2 people volunteered, and the other lady said with condition, no smoking, no staying here. You don't have to go out late at night or something like that. So she was able to state up to 4 different rules that you must follow. So I have one person also, I think Mr. Malam, I can't remember his name too. So if you know that you like to reach out to the person, so just can send a DM. Can send a DM. The other lady said she can actually accommodate 2 persons. Exactly, just 2 persons. So I already have one person, so I still need one more lady. So if you know you are currently in Abuja and you feel like you are willing to help, please just try to reach out to me, or probably once I drop the poll votes, you can identify. So for those that want to move together from either Lagos to Abuja, or I think it's based on, let's say once we get the second email from NNPC, because I'm very sure the dates will be different, right? Am I correct? It's from 14th to 30th, right? So we are going to have different dates. So once the email arrives, so if I notice that okay, so day, probably I'm having my own interview on the 15th, so I need to drop a poll vote for that day. So if you know that you also have interview that same day, you need to identify, then we'll know how to move. Probably if you are moving together, we'll get to know. But the only research I've made so far was, do I stay in Lagos around the Nnpc axis, last suicide get. So um, the last time I asked, I think they said it's 37K from Nnpc to Abuja. 37,000. I mean, normal. Is this Sienna? No, I think boss. That was what the man said. 37,000. So I don't know if you have plans. Probably if you know the
Sorry,
exact amount from your own
sorry.
area. So feel free to give that information. Yeah, I'm with you, sir.
I also made an inquiry though. A movement from
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 beggar
Beggar.
side.
Yes.
Let's see
I heard from somebody that somebody who just traveled recently anyway.
how
Now,
much.
although the bus won't take you exactly to Abuja. It will drop you somewhere very close to Abuja. I forgot the name of the place, but then from that place to Abuja is just maybe 1,000 naira, 500 naira or so, according to
How
what that
much?
lady said. But then the lady said from that beggar down to that place
Two.
is
Is how much?
18,000 naira. Is a
Is it
bus,
Sienna?
18,000
Is it a
naira.
bus?
A bus like normal
Let's
traveling bus. All these GIG bus and like
GIG bus. 18,000.
is that what the woman said? And the
Is
funny
that the
thing is
money
that
park? Is that the
You
money
sure
park
say no be
or
Suleja they
just
go drop you?
exactly?
I forgot the name of where is where
Ìtọ́jú Ọlọ́run ò tó àbáwọn débẹ̀ o.
Because Inyanya sef no be carry you 13,000 Abuja with
I
this
think
fuel wey
it's
dey dey.
see. Let's be guided. Let's try to make use of well-known auto park. I think that would be the best thing, please. So based on my own research, there's 7,000. In fact, the lady said if I'm going night bus, 25,000 or so, 5K. So I can
No,
travel at night
no, I help my
and
life.
still
Let me book flight.
fly people flight. Me say by the find person go there flight.
Moon help my
The honest thing
life.
say I dey try help people. Okay, if you want to, if you are willing to accommodate people, because mo wa bit my space. I'm looking for room to even, but at least let me just cater for you guys first. That would be the
Alpha,
best thing. Probably I
another
can even sleep in mosque. My own target. Let
another
me just give you. Let me
another
just give you that
update.
hint, guys. If you don't
Another
know where to
update
stay,
day. Oh. Another update day.
if you don't know where
Another
to stay,
update day.
I'm coming, Mr.
No,
Salaudeen.
see the thing is,
If you don't know where to
Noah,
stay, yeah, Mongo.
Noah. The thing is, I've been to Abuja quite a times that I didn't have anywhere to stay. There is this central mosque
Exactly. That's what I wanted to
in
say.
Zuba. Is it Zuba or Lugbe Park? I
That's
think
what.
it's
Salaam
either of the two.
alaikum. Alaikum salam. That's
Yeah,
Omasu.
so you
Asu
get to sleep,
alafia.
and at the back of the central mosque, there is this public washroom, toilet, changing room, and all those things. That when you finish, yourself, they go think say na hotel you come out from. You
So,
understand that kind of level? Now, another update be that for Muslim guys that
for
do not have
Muslim
anywhere to
guys,
stay.
just try to look for any nearby mosques.
She
Stay
understand. So
overnight
now another
and
update be that.
that's the
Uh-huh.
best.
And for those who be say we no get money, if you have like 15K, we fit trek. We go come out for like 3 days or 4 days to the interview. We go trek.
Don't tell
We go
yourself
dey chop for road small small.
to Mr. Nigeria. What was that guy name? We dey trek go Abuja.
Maybe by the time we trek, Mele Kyari go pity us. You understand? You can't wear Man U jersey again. Put Rashford for back.
So,
So can you give more details about this?
Sorry,
no, I don't agree. That one I don't agree.
I
Choose
beg.
another
Person dey
flaw.
ask question. Arafat, I beg. Make Arafat ask a question.
Mr. Salaudin mute. Once our fact is about to ask a question. Arafat, please go ahead. You are muted.
Uh, okay, so I want to. I would just want both of you to expatiate on the mosque side. I'm not familiar with
I don't know
Abuja.
too. I don't know. Just use Google Map. Mr. Salaudin, can you clarify
Okay,
that?
what's the name of the mosque,
I've not been to Abuja
and
before.
will they
Okay, okay.
allow us to sleep over?
Yes.
Sure.
The thing is, the last time I went to Abuja, I think that was 2021 or so. Like we went to Abuja, but we were stranded. Our hotel reservation got cancelled, so we're looking for a place to stay. And unfortunately for us, I think some of the political parties were doing their convention, so most of the hotels were fully booked. She understand. So what we did, the thing is, I can't remember the park. I think it's Zuba. I don't know if it is Zuba or Lugbe. I think one of those parks.
Mr.
There is
Salaudin,
a very
they can use Google Map. Just try.
yes. Just try and use
Can,
Google Map.
just try and use
One
Google
of
Map.
those parks. One of
Can even
those
check
parks.
it like
Yeah, they have a very big central mosque. There is a space for the guys and a space for the ladies. So
Zuba. Okay.
basically, when we
My next
get
said
there,
is
it's
Zuba.
just I think it's just salam alaikum. You know, you do as if you want to pray Isha. You pray your Isha, you do your Nawafil, you sleep. So once it's around to 5, they start waking everybody up for prayer. So by that time, you get your affairs in order. There is a public toilet and public washroom behind where you can actually do your bathing and changing and whatever thing you want to do. So as at then, that was what we did because I think we went to write an exam then. So that was what we did. So if anybody is interested, that's another update. She understand. It's a very very big mosque. It's inside the center. It's inside the park. I think it's Zuba. Yeah, I
Now you,
think it's Zuba Park.
now you cast young people.
So we that we are not saying that now.
I go tell the man, Mr. Salaudin. Ademo
Mr.
say us.
Salaudin, those of us that are not based that are not Muslims now. So
See.
any plans for us?
See. Let me tell you something. So the thing is, I don't know if churches would allow this kind of things, but for mosque, some mosque, not all. You know, with the advent of Boko Haram and some other things, people are like
Guys, I
they don't
think
allow people to sleep.
this meeting lasted for over 1 hour. Am I correct? How manage?
Yes.
Was that a mistake?
I don't know.
Interesting.
So basically, one thing I know about those kind of mosques is not necessarily the thing is they won't even ask you if you're a Muslim or a Christian. She understand. if you can say salam alaikum very well and you do your salam alaikum and they ask you, just say okay, you just want to pass the night, you want to go somewhere tomorrow, they might allow you sleep.
Yes. And
Sure,
explain
you
self.
understand?
Just feel free to explain.
Just feel
Free to
free to
explain.
explain.
That's one thing about those, they will
Yes,
definitely
just feel
understand
free
you.
to explain. They are definitely understanding. Just feel free to explain. They will understand and accommodate you. That's all.
Even though if you are a Christian, I'm very, very sure of that. They will accommodate you. Highest thing, just pay for one scarf or one hijab.
So that's that, sir.
So I think any other
I think
updates?
I think I think it's possible
Sorry,
for those of us
that
who
that not everywhere short skirt too,
Mr.
and
Noah.
they should wear scarf.
Yeah, I'm with you,
Mr.
Mr.
Noah.
Manuel. Mr. Manuel,
So
you
you
go
said
ahead.
something. You said you stay somewhere in Ipaja area. That's very close to
Yeah,
where I live anyway. So I'm thinking,
Miss. Okay.
although everything depends on when, the time that our
If I,
interview falls.
yeah, exactly. That's what I was
Exactly.
saying.
But
So
if possible that our interview happens to be the same week,
we can move
or
from
say
Yanapaja
yeah,
now.
the same
That one
week,
is very certain.
maybe yours is on Monday, mine is on Tuesday, or something like that. We can actually go together, right? So I'm thinking if we are maybe up to like maybe 10 of us, or let's say 10, let's just say 10 of us.
If you know you can
So we
actually
can
move
actually,
from Yanapaja exist, just take
we
notes.
can
I'm
actually
ready.
order,
We can move together.
we can actually order like a kind of order, or let's say order now, or book now. I don't even know which English to use now.
Book
And
which
like,
ride? Which
I don't
ride?
get.
Uber.
We can just book a ride. Like we can call one of these guys and explain to them, see what we're going to do.
Better
And
boss.
instead of going to the park, because they will need to pay for park, pay for all these things. I think that's why most of the time the cost
Are you
is
sure
high.
that will be okay? You shut up full boss. Do they have license?
And that's what I'm looking at. Just to bring
That's
down the
just it.
price. Just to bring down the price. That's
Bring
what I'm
down the
thinking.
price
It's a
and
suggestion.
we will get stuck somewhere. We have to be, see. Let's just try to work towards that well-known motor park. I think that would be the best
Okay.
option. Like,
That's no problem.
even though all these motor parks save, sometimes their bus gets faulty and they just get stranded. From there they have to call another bus to come and pick us up, something like that. Let's just go with the well-known motor park. I think that would be the best thing.
And somebody in the chat now, in the message,
Said
somebody sorry, that we do a
meet up after
meetup
the time.
after the interview.
No, Allah, I'm in.
So
That
Emmanuel,
I to my own.
like your way, like
See,
out.
money
Now
go
not
there.
let me now. You come, I come. So which one is your
Come,
way
I come.
again?
Ah, okay. What do you want to discuss? Why the meetup?
And I don't know. No, actually,
All
I'm
right, that's
only
cool. That's cool. Yeah, sure. That's a very nice suggestion, Mr. Emmanuel. Yeah, Mr.
actually it's
Uber.
not. To be honest, it's not my
Very
suggestion.
nice.
Actually, it's this guy's
I
suggestion,
saw it.
Emmanuel
Yeah, I
Uwa.
saw it. Yeah, Uber. Yeah, I've seen it. I've seen
Yeah,
it. It's a
exactly.
very nice
So just
suggestion.
reading it out. So it would be nice actually if you get to like see each other and
After
perhaps
interview,
even
we have to go
practice more,
pray.
say, like the kind of face-to-face practice, like get.
Samantha, After the interview, we can pray together now. That's cool. After the interview, we can gather up and pray together.
I know. Sorry. Good
Yeah.
evening.
Good
Good
evening.
evening. I'm with you.
Yeah, just for clarity's sake,
Yep.
everything you said about the demo, will it be posted on the locked group or there's another group? Because I just belong to that
Uh,
one, the locked one.
okay. I will definitely drop the link to the second group too.
Okay.
First group, yeah.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
So the group one is actually meant for general discussion, while group two is strictly for this interview prep session.
Okay, that's
So
what
the
you'll be
also,
posting. That's what you'll be posting on, right?
yeah, the update, yeah,
Okay.
the updates.
Thanks.
Yeah. For the group one, I think we actually have those people that we practice together in group on group one. So they are still there. So I just decided to tell them to just wait behind. So for them to meet. So don't worry, I'll definitely
Mr.
drop the link. I'll drop the link.
Mr. Noah, blessing is raising his or her hand though.
Blessing, please go ahead. I'm with you.
Okay. Can we get the link to the first group because I'm
I'll
only in the
drop it.
second group.
Yeah, I'll drop it. I'll drop it.
Somebody drop the link. Oh yeah, check the second group. Somebody drop the link to the first
Don't worry.
group.
So as far you're on the group, don't worry. You definitely see my message. I will drop an update.
All right,
Please, I'm
thank
not in
you.
the group at all. It's today
Who's
I
that
joined you
again?
guys.
Who's that person? If you know you are not on the group, please can you drop your number now? Just drop your number so I can screenshot. If you know you are not on the group, on any of the
Just drop
group,
number in the
just
message chat, in the chat section. Just put the number.
Please, Mr. Noah,
yes, sir.
me that I studied fishery, please, where can I be useful in NNPC?
Why will you study
In
fishery in the first
their
place?
aquarium.
Why will you study fishes in the first place? I'm sorry, you know you study fishes and you're here.
What do you mean? Is fishery not a course?
It's a course, oh, it's a very nice course now.
It's a course now. It's a course.
But I can actually work in the upstream and serve. Has to do with the aquatic life of the deep sea or offshore this thing. You understand? We have to protect those fishes.
Nice sabi
You
that one
understand?
now.
Environmental studies.
So,
Nice sabi.
so, so, how is that one important now to the exploration of oil?
Yeah,
At
it
least,
is
at least,
important
at
because
least he
you
was
have
able
to
to say
protect
something.
the natural. You have to protect the natural life around. See, one thing about deep sea this thing is when the fishes start dying, it shows the chemical composition of
Somebody,
what they are releasing to the environment,
somebody
and
said
it can
catering. Disallowed. One of those people are
catering.
studying catering. No, but that would be very nice. We
Yes,
will need you.
NNPC Foundation is there.
That's
You
true.
help the needy. NNPC Foundation is there for you.
Fishes na cost now. Don't mind me.
Fisheries and aquaculture.
See, all these things I'm asking now, people they ask me question, no, so they bring am here, they tell them the answer. If the person is not, if the person is here, so they can hear the answer.
Mr.
So I'm stylishly
Salahuddin.
giving you an answer. Yes, sir.
Salahuddin, if I study biology education, so
Now, for someone that studied biology education, there are a lot of places you can actually work. NNPC Foundation is there. You understand? You can help out with the CSR, the civic social responsibility, blah 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 blah. You have HMO, Health Maintenance Organization is there. RTI is there. Research, Technology and Innovation is also there. Even in upstream, you can work in NSAV. They have the Health, Safety and Environment section. They have the Environment Services section there. Shey you understand?
yeah, it's true.
So you can check some of these things. But the thing is, you need to read more about all these subsidiaries to know where you can actually fit in. But for biology, that is some places I have actually been able to, you understand, to pinpoint. Sure, you get.
I get. I get.
Mm-hmm.
So people are
And
still on. They are still on and the meeting is still on. Like seriously.
yeah, now people are enjoying what is going on. People are still asking questions, want to move.
Listen, listen. Just that question. You still have your answers, oh.
But basically, let me give something like a bonus. One of my mentors told me something. He said,
Inside Ali.
no, 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 forget this is.
Who's Abi that inside Ali? Is he here?
I don't even know.
Prof, the white beard.
Anybody
My name is not good.
see? Make I tell you something. See. Make I tell you something. Very very soon, we go know whether na sure plug abi na spark plug everybody get. All this sure plug, sure this, sure that, inside and for whether na spark plug abi na sure plug, we go soon know. But basically, one of my mentors told me something, and he said that for everything you do, always be prepared for what we call an elevator pitch, meaning that you can meet
Mr.
anybody.
Salahuddin, I have a question. Please remind me.
Okay,
Go ahead.
okay,
So there is one thing. If we are currently working, probably like now, I'm currently running my master's program in Lasso. You get.
okay.
Do I need to state that? I'm scared.
No, 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 no.
And
See, the thing is, you can actually state it during
are
your
you sure? For
during.
interview?
Okay, see,
For
yes, you
interview?
can state it. Okay, let me give you an example. My name
When they
is
ask me, okay, when will I? Okay, when will the
I'm
program
coming.
ends?
I'm coming. My name is Salaudin Mudashiro Kwemi. I have a bachelor's degree in mechanical engineering from the University of Ilorin, and I'm currently running my master's in mechanical engineering at Cranfield University, United Kingdom. She understand?
Okay,
Currently running my master's.
let's say now
Cur-
focus more
okay.
on the part where you said you are currently working on your masters, like course on that part. Questions is coming from that. Questions are coming from that area. They're trying to ask you, okay, when did you start? When are you going to end? How do you want to cope? Give it the
Uh,
job
uh, uh,
now. Okay,
every
let's see.
university runs what we call a distance learning center. Now, University of Ilorin, you can.
DLS.
I finished from University of Ilorin. Now I can do my bachelor's degree online,
But but
not necessarily visiting class. I will only go to school during examinations, but my classes will be
you're not
online.
law school seriously. The guy, I can hear.
What I'm
So
saying is,
I need a very good answer to that though, because I'm scared.
yes,
I won't lie to you.
yeah.
Let me listen.
What I'm
So
saying is,
try to qualify me.
universities have what we call a distance learning center.
But you see all universities
Yes, LASU has too.
for all courses,
LASU,
masters.
I
Oh
don't know
no,
about all
I don't think
courses, but I
That's
know they
that's
have.
so that's what I'm trying to say. So I know my department very well.
But I know they have a distance learning. They have distance learning, and besides, where I'm working presently, I know of people doing their master. We are working in Lagos. Some people are doing their masters in Kaduna. Some people are doing their masters in Ibadan,
Man,
and
say
they run
the
them now. Normal, they do their classes online and they go to school for exams. That's all.
except if I don't want to state it, probably if I get a
Yeah,
job, I will not go for classes.
uh
Oh, I
but
have
to
I have a
me,
final exam next month, so I need to prepare.
you don't finish now. You
No,
don't finish masters now.
which
That
is
kind
thing now.
put
So I supposed to
that
wahala
kind
now.
that kind
But
one and
Latin me,
put am. You don't
Latin me,
finish now.
but I know if state that inside the
But
talk.
if you are not sure, if you are not sure and you are afraid, I would advise you don't state it.
I will
But
just
if you
keep
are
quiet.
sure you can defend it, I'm on shoot on.
I know shit now. So how
So
do
that
once
is
I
that
ended
about that.
how do you want to cope? Just know that you have to
So anything you know you cannot defend, to me, please don't even put them at all. No matter how good that thing looks, because something that looks so good on the outside might actually be a reason why most people flop. So if you know
statistics
you can't,
graduates. This my sisters here. Samantha, you study stats? I have one of my sister here.
Hello, Mr. Salaudin.
yes, sir.
Sorry, you were discussing about your what your mentor told you. The elevator speech. Can you please continue?
Okay. He said, um, always be in a state of interview. Always be prepared, because this person is like a business mentor. So what he's saying is, in any day, anytime, you might meet a potential investor, and you might need to pitch and sell yourself to that investor. Sure, you understand? So that is where elevator pitch comes in, where you need to just sell yourself within the next 1 minute, and the person will be interested in whatever business or whatever proposal you are willing to give him. So in the same way with interviews too, please, let's just take it that way. Fine, even though we would stammer and do some one or two things, but at least let's always be in this thing called interview mode. So any day, anytime, you can meet anybody along the way and you just discuss one or two things and they'll give you card. Okay, call me so and so time. I have a place for you in my company. So you understand? I'm just saying, though, it's just an advice. So you understand? So let's just be prepared, either for NMPC or for whatever interview we can think of. So that's just what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
Yes, sir. So, Mr. Noah, I guess we don't have any more questions apart from Mr. Emmanuel, who is trying to defend Man U, but not this night. So maybe we would end the meeting here.
Well, actually,
So,
I don't have anything to defend because the club itself is not defending me.
so
So
please, let's
right
end
on.
the meeting.
All right,
Let's end the meeting here. Thank you very much, everybody. It's been a wonderful
Thank you.
time with you guys.
Thank
Hope to
you.
see you all in Abuja NMPC Towers, and by God's grace, seeing you all when we are having our induction ceremony as NMPC staffs next year, inshallah.
Amen.
guys. Okay, bye everyone. Salahuddin, the screenshot, please don't forget.